And welcome back to PD Football. My name is Presh.
My name is Darren.
And how are you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm just super fatigued, yo. Had a tough week at work, but we got to keep going.
Yes.
On your end?
Myself, also a bit of work, but the main thing that's really grinding my gears, and I know this is not this is a football podcast, but the Oscar nominations came out, and Avatar wasn't nominated. And that really...
Oh, that's a devastation for you.
Yes. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan. And
James Cameron is Jesus to you.
Yes, JC. That's my JC. Yes. So I think let's just get into the Inter Milan Arsenal game. Before we start, conversation, I think let's just talk about their setup. Arteta or Arsenal set up in their usual 4-3-3 with a massively rotated team. Only Zubimendi, Raya and Timber survived from the draw with Nottingham Forest on the weekend. In terms of Inter, this is the second time I'm watching them this season, so I don't have a lot of background of watching them, but they stuck with their 3-5-2, which their previous manager Inzaghi instituted, and their current manager Christian Kivu has kind of built on that, right?
Yeah.
So your thoughts on the game?
I mean, I thought it was a comfortable game for Arsenal, more comfortable than I expected it to be, honestly. I thought like the first half we started really well. I mean, we have a habit of like starting well in games. I think generally this season, especially the bigger games, I would say we only really struggled against you guys and Chelsea, maybe Man City as well. Although they sat deep against us, so it was a bit of a different test. But as far as yesterday, I think it was really impressive to have almost a B team. I'd say in a way with Zubimendi and Saka, we still had like two of our best players. At least they would be. I think after Rice, overall Zubimendi's been our second most important player this season. So I think Arteta was looking to keep a certain amount of control in the team with the three nominal
that
selections.
Rotate.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I just think it was a comfortable game. I didn't. It's kind of what I expected as well. So.
Okay, so let's go through it in terms of like overall play. I thought in the first half Inter pressed really aggressively, but it wasn't very effective because Arsenal usually just pass through their press.
I mean, I think anyone who goes super aggressive against Arsenal so far, we haven't struggled to play out. I think it's usually the more counter-pressing or zonal-orientated presses, maybe mid-blocks that we struggled with. But
yeah,
I think our centre-halves and Zubimendi and Rice are very comfortable playing out of pressure.
Where am I? So in the second half they eased off a bit. They eased off a lot, and I assume this is partly as a tactic and partly due to fatigue. You can't press the entire game.
And they do have a aging squad. I mean, I think they have.
Well, every year we say Inter has an aging squad. All these guys are like 36 years old at this point.
Yeah.
It's
at some point it's going to catch up though.
Yes.
And they're going deep in the Champions League every season, so.
On the flip side of that, I thought Arsenal's press was not as aggressive, but much more effective and well worked. I counted at least 3 times in the first half where the Inter player was just caught dawdling on the ball and a group of Arsenal players were just all over them. That being said, Arsenal's press didn't need to be great because Inter weren't that good on the ball. They gave away the ball a number of times, and it was, not a very good display from my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think Arsenal were at like their best either. So I think the argument could be made either way. I mean, I guess you could say it's a B team, but they're both top of their league. So I think Inter some sloppy play. Arsenal also had some sloppy play. I don't think Inter capitalized on it. But I think in particular I was happy with Miles Lewis. Skelly, because he hasn't been playing well. I think that was a better performance from him, particularly out of possession. Like he didn't get. I mean, the test is not the same, I guess, as maybe he'll have this weekend with Diallo, but we'll see.
Well, do you think he's going to play this weekend? Don't you think it might be Timber on the left and like?
Yeah, I think he would go, but I think he will play at some point.
Okay.
In the game, I think he will come on, whether it's later on or whether he starts. I don't know.
Okay.
But I do think he will be introduced at some point.
Well, back to this game. In terms of Inter's goal threat, I thought their best moments came on the counter. They engineered some good chances from it, but unfortunately they couldn't capitalize. On all of their, not all of their chances, but you'd hope that a few of their chances they would capitalize on, right? When he was substituted, the commentator said Lautaro Martinez wasn't playing his best due to injury. So I don't know how true that is, but certainly his replacement Esposito looked better than him. So I think Esposito should have started the game, because Martinez had a very poor game, I thought.
It depends what their thinking was, I guess. Maybe they were... I know Martinez works hard out of possession. I haven't watched much of Inter under Trivu, honestly, because I just haven't watched much football outside of the Premier League and La Liga this season. And I think, what is it? There's you can only beat what's in front of you, as they say, for both teams. I think even if Inter had won, you could have said, oh, this was Arsenal's B team, but it wouldn't have really been like much of an excuse. So I think like Inter, for a team that's top of the league, you would have expected more, but at the same time I think Arsenal were good enough that you could see a clear difference in the quality of both teams. Whether that'll tell in the later stages, there's no knowing, because I mean we saw with PSG last season.
Well, there's other factors that come in later in the season, like mentality and like yeah, that's it mainly. Like, you can win a bunch of games at the beginning of the season, but when it's crunch time and you're under pressure, that's when the real test comes out.
I mean, yeah, and then it's just margins at the end of the day. It's like,
and like kind of having to, if you're like challenging for your league and you want to go deep in the Champions League, maintaining a high level through all those games is a very difficult process. And
and keeping the squad fit and happy. There's a lot of things that come into play, but I think overall Arsenal have been the best team in the Champions League so far. So I think that showed again. I think Inter were one of the better teams in the Champions League, and there was a clear quality gap.
Yeah, I would say that, like, very interestingly, the stats say that the teams were pretty similar. And I was shocked at that, because I also felt Arsenal kind of dominated, right? Inter had 15 shots to Arsenal's 14.
Yeah, but I mean
and then Inter had 4 shots on target to Arsenal's 5. So very comparable.
Yeah, but
shots.
A lot of their shots were long range, I do remember, so I think...
Yeah, and then possession-wise, it was 51% to Inter, 49 Arsenal. So, like in-your-face stats, I don't know what to call it, like the basic stats.
Yeah, I mean, if you just looked at the basic stats, you would have...
Yeah, it was quite an equal game.
Yeah, the Madrid and Marseille game was equal in stats as well. I mean, the Madrid and Monaco game was equal in stats pretty much as well.
Well, I was just pointing out that it's interesting. I'm not saying that's the be-all, end-all. I would also say that if we took a look at the advanced stats, like expected goals, that's where you see Arsenal were clearly in front. So Inter had 1.38 expected goals to Arsenal's 2.39, which Arsenal slightly overperformed, Inter slightly underperformed. So, it was fairly equal. Not fairly equal, I mean, both teams fairly performed according to their XG, I should say that.
Yeah.
Right, so I think it was a fair result given the XG. Okay, so we've spoken about general play. Let's get into individual moments. The first thing I want to speak about is Arsenal's first goal. It was a well-worked team goal. Right, the last pass, it actually looked like a scuff shot from Timber. It makes it look a little bit untidy, but all the interplay before that was really excellent, leading up to the goal from Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's not much we can add to that, I think. Yeah, it was a bit of a throwback Arsenal goal. A lot of people said to the Wenger days, but I think I mean, that would be a lucid interpretation because I think it's a goal we've seen a lot under Arteta, particularly with the holding of the diamond shape. I don't think Wenger was that much of a protagonist of keeping four players close together all the time. So yeah, I mean, I understand the short passes, why people could have seen it like that, but I think it is a goal that's common under Arteta. We've scored many goals like that before.
Alright. Then Inter's goal came from the counter-attack, which I mentioned in overall play, and this is the only time it worked. That being said, even though it was a counter, it had to be finished off excellently by Sucic.
It was a sensational
That
goal.
was a very... it was kind of like he didn't know what to do. There was like a moment of hesitation, but when he got onto it, he just really whacked it, and I was like, wow, take my hat off to you, Sucic.
Yeah, it was a great finish.
Yes, then we get to Arsenal's second goal. It was from a corner, and really nothing to be said about it. Lautaro Martinez missed a header, and then Jesus reacted first and capitalized. So, yeah, like I was mentioning, Lautaro Martinez, poor game. Some people say I have an agenda against him. I don't know why. I just point out the fact that he's not good. So,
I mean, I guess some people say I guess they use his stats. Again, he's a player who has good stats. So
stat padding against Bologna and them, man. Yeah.
I mean, he did well in the Copa America Argentina one. I guess.
Di Maria, Messi, De Paul, all holding his hands. McAllister.
That was the World Cup. He was probably the 2021 Copa America. He was probably second to Messi in that tournament.
And did they win it?
Yes.
What? They won? Oh, that was before the World Cup, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, whatever. Fuck him, I don't care. You were saying? Oh, I was saying he had a poor game, because he did have a poor game. Anyway, Arsenal's third goal came from a counter. Martinelli played an excellent ball over the top, and Gyökeres got very lucky with the rebound.
A mistouch, a miscontrol from Saka.
Yes, but nevertheless, a good finish. I
think Summer could have done better as well. He seemed a bit slow. Maybe his age is catching up with him.
I don't know. Was it a chip or what do we call that?
I think I think he passed it in.
Yeah, it was a curling finish. I don't know what to call it precisely, but a cultured finish from Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Are you gonna apologize to him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Jesus still starts until Havertz gets back.
I see. And you think he's a lost cause?
No, I don't think he's a lost cause. I don't hate him. I just I don't think if he's an impact player, if he's willing to be that, I would like him. But I don't think we should have made him our
starting nine.
Yeah, I don't think he will be the starting nine if Havertz is fit. So I don't mind him as a backup, but I don't think we should have made him our marquee signing. Should I have said?
I see.
We shouldn't have given him our most important jersey either.
What jersey?
Jersey number 9.
Oh, I thought it would be 14.
Oh, I mean, I guess it depends on how
Arsenal,
you look at it. Yeah, I mean,
because who's the iconic Arsenal number 9?
Well, for me, I think wasn't David Rockhastle number 9?
Fam, I don't know who the fuck that is.
And Ian Wright. I mean,
okay, Ian Wright. I know Ian Wright.
Yeah, so
top striker. But
I mean, I identify more with them on a political level. So I heard that's my favorite number. But,
the 9.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's more for off the pitch reasons.
All right, I see.
Yeah.
So any other points you want to make about Arsenal Inter Milan?
No, not really. I think it was a good game. Arsenal won. Easy victory.
All right, great analysis. Thanks.
No, I mean, if I do have to say anything, it's just that I mean, I don't know. I would like. I don't know if Inter have been better, but I would say it's not a good sign of Serie A if that's the best team, because it's probably one of the easier games we've had recently.
I see. We also, when we played them, they were quite easy as well. So, yeah, Serie A not looking good. Anyway, do you want to move on to the Marseille versus Liverpool game?
Yeah, the game you thought you guys were going to get thrashed in.
Yes. Before that, let's not talk about that. This should be in the miscellaneous section, but I'm just going to mention it here. I want Slot gone.
Oh, you fully decided now?
I'm totally Slot out. If, say, there was like a...
Yeah, you see, I was right. Now I got stuck in trying to justify my thinking, but Gyökeres did have number 14. And then I was like, when you said, what number does he have? I got confused. And I'm like, but isn't Jesus 9? Then I was confused, and I'm like, okay, now I have to think about number 9 and make it sound something that's rational on the tape.
Yeah, I swear number 14 is the iconic Arsenal number.
Yeah, so I just had to go along with what you said, but then now I'm like, no wait, Jesus scored. I remembered him holding his jersey as number 9. Isn't Gyökeres number 14? So...
Alright, anyway, back to the Marseille-Liverpool game. Before the game starts, Slot's press conference pisses me off. If, say, being Slot out is like a scale of 0 to 100, and past 50% means you're Slot out.
What did he say? I missed that.
He said people were questioning whether he can be successful in the future for Liverpool. And he said he's surprised to hear that, because this is a club that's only won two championships in 30 years. Which, that's a diss. He's dissing us. He's dissing the fans. Right?
Yeah.
And fuck him. That's all I can say, bruh. You know, you can play abysmal football, and I'll forgive that, because I believe he has the ability to turn it around. But he has no tact, no, like... What's the word? We, as the fans, can swear his mother every day for the rest of his life in front of him. But if he says one word to us, he's in the wrong. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He doesn't have the... He's not allowed to attack us in any way. That's just the...
He doesn't have the same jeopardy.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know how to explain it, but it's just fucked up that he said that to us, you know? And yeah... If, say, being Slot out is like 0 to 100, and 51% means you're Slot out. I was, let's say, like 20 out of 100 last week. This week, I'm 51%. I want him out.
So, but is that going to turn into an agenda? What if you guys play well? Or win the Champions League?
We can win the Champions League. You don't diss the fans. He has to come out and apologize to the
Guardiola's criticized City's fans many times.
You can criticize the fans. Don't diss us. Come out and apologize to the fans, Slot. I really can't get behind this. I'm Slot out. But anyway, let's get to the game itself.
Yeah. What did
well, first
being
of
the
all,
Liverpool fan, what did you make of it?
Well, first of all, Marseille, the fans had a Beatles tifo.
I noticed that. I was actually going to ask you, is that John Lennon? But yeah, you can explain now, I guess.
It's just cool that the French, they do tifos. I know I don't want to say it's just a French thing, but every time I watch a French team in the Champions League, they have a insane tifo go off.
Yeah, why were they? That was like kind of kissing up to you guys a bit, though.
It's the Beatles reading a newspaper of Marseille winning against us.
Oh.
So, yeah, like it's a very belabored point, but nevertheless, I thought it was a fun little thing. You know, a shared moment between fans. But yeah, speaking about on the pitch stuff now, I'm done with my little gripes off the pitch. We played in a 4-2-2-2, right? Back four as usual. Pivot of Gravenberch and McAllister.
That's
2 10s. Wirtz and Szoboszlai, and 2 strikers, Salah and Ekitike.
That's what Thomas Tuchel used to use a lot at PSG.
Yes. And you would think, oh, okay, that's very narrow. But the fullbacks were pushed all the way up. They were at some points it looked like a 4-2-4. That's how, aggressively high they were.
I guess that's to kind of combat De Zerbi's 4-2-4, right? Or
I don't know what to. How can it be a 4-2-4? No, the fullbacks are up, right? So it's a 2-2-4 or 2-2-2-4.
Yeah, but I guess it's numerical superiority is the thinking, right?
And then Gravenberch and McAllister split, to cover whichever side, the attack is coming on her. So say Kirkes is all the way up and they play a ball down our left. McAllister will shift over to left back to cover the space. So we were well covered in terms of counters and there wasn't a lot of space for them to operate in. That's what I'm saying. This 4-2-2
I noticed Kirkes making a lot of runs on the inside channel as well.
Yes, I will get to that just now. Actually, we can just talk about it now. I just thought Kirkes had a sensational game.
Yeah.
This is the reason or the type of game that we bought him for. 1v1 defending. Like, any player you can coach into having a good team defense, right? But what you can't coach is good 1v1 defending, I don't think.
He looked a bit like João Cancelo when he played at left back.
Yeah.
Under Man City, yeah.
You could say that. He was bombing up and down, put in a few good crosses. The crosses weren't 100% on the money.
He has to get used to it. Like you said before, I don't think with Gakpo he got enough service, so he probably hasn't had as much practice crossing as...
Because I just remember when Robertson signed, and Robertson played his first couple of games, he would just whoop it in perfectly, just on the person's foot, and they were just going to tap it in. Kirkes, you need to work a little bit more to, control his ball and then play it. So it's not as good, but hopefully I'm glad the lad is learning. He's not like a waste of money, that he's, we can use him in the future. So both defensively and offensively, I gotta tip my cap to Milos Kirkes.
Was he your man of the match yesterday? Or was it Wirtz?
No, it was him, Kirkes. I think Kirkes had the biggest impact. Again, both forwards and backward.
Yeah, De Zerbi's stubbornness, I guess. Like, it allowed your midfield, like diamond, whether you were defending or attacking, you always had an extra man. I think it was also really easy with this man-orientated pressing for you guys to continuously play through, whether you stretched them or made the game narrow. So from even the moments I watched, I didn't really see Marseille, which is kind of, even from his days at Brighton, been his problem, is he's a bit too open, and if you can consistently break his press, I think he falls off. I know you consider him one of the best, but...
I didn't say he's one of the best. He's my favorite. There's a difference between best and favorite. Like, I wouldn't want him to become Liverpool manager because he's too open. He's too he's too erratic. He would fight with the board, complain about signings, derail our project. But I would love to have him in the league. He's a character,
and he develops good attacking players. So.
Yeah, so maybe like a Bournemouth who don't really, or maybe imagine a team that's not going to get relegated, but they're not really going to get any higher. Maybe like a Fulham. I would love to see De Zerbi at a Fulham.
Yeah, that could make sense. Maybe even Tottenham right now.
Could be.
I wonder if...
Or is that just you being a dick to Tottenham because you're an Arsenal fan?
Oh, no, not really, but I think...
I don't think De Zerbi is good enough for Spurs if...
No, I don't think in the long run, maybe if the intention is to compete, but he could take their current squad and turn them into a European level team, I believe.
Could be. But, defensively he's not the best...
He's not at all.
Yeah, he leaves everything quite open. So
it's just very much reliant on the intensity of his pressing, and if you break the press, it's very easy.
So yeah, the entirety of my notes all boils down to Marseille were bad, and we just kind of walked over them. What I do appreciate is that we were more clinical than we have been in recent weeks. A first goal comes from Szoboszlai free kick.
With a pull wall.
A poor wall. Yes, we were watching the highlights, and the commentator was like, "Oh, that's a poor wall." But, yeah. No, nothing we can say about that. That happens once in a while.
It was a good free kick though, clever.
Yeah, we can't, add that to our analysis. That's an anomaly. That's not a regular game state. You know what I'm saying? Second goal, that we can say is a good thing because it's from wing play from Frimpong. I just don't get why Slot didn't play Frimpong from the beginning, right? Apparently, not apparently. Well, Frimpong played in a back three at Leverkusen, right? So I assumed he wouldn't be the best defensively, but Slot didn't even give him a chance there. Slot just didn't play him. Would play him with like the last 5 minutes of games in as a right winger. He wouldn't give him a shot. Now in these last like 3 or 4 games, he's given him a shot and he's done wonderfully well. So yeah, I just don't get it why he wasn't thrown in, in the deep end and let just allowed to swim, because he hasn't put a foot wrong in my opinion. Every game he's played.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't know what the coach's thinking is behind that, obviously.
And the big... Oh, sorry to interrupt.
No problem.
The big problem we've been having is breaking down teams. And, okay, let me not say that. So, earlier in the season, we were playing with the front three of Gakpo, who's more of a cut-in-and-shoot guy, Salah, who's more of a cut-in-and-shoot guy, and Isaac, who's a striker, who's a shoot guy. So, all of our guys are shooting, but nobody's passing. Frimpong solves... not all of that, but a lot of that by crossing. He's the guy who attacks. He takes on a man and crosses, or cuts back, whatever. He would have solved so many problems earlier in the season. Slot, speaking about De Zerbi's stubbornness, Slot is very stubborn in that, like, unless injuries force him to play a player, he will refuse to, play that player. He has his favorites, and they're usually Dutch. And yeah, Salah. Do you want to speak about Salah?
Well, do you want to speak about Salah?
I thought he was poor. His few touches that he did have, not great. That being said, I'd rather have him than Gakpo. Gakpo is, at current moment, a net negative. I do realize that he scored, but he's so selfish. He's so selfish and one-dimensional. Kerkez has been underutilized to the nth degree because of Gakpo's selfishness. He's killed so many attacks because he wants to cut in and shoot instead of actually playing whoever is the best position to be played in, right? So, yes, I would rather have Salah than Gakpo, but ideally I wouldn't have either.
Right now?
At current moment within our squad, if we had to play the same formation, I would rather have Isaac instead of Isaac and Ekatike as the two strikers in the system.
Do you think that could work?
Why not?
Because I don't think I think like Isaac's wing play is a bit overrated. I think he's a bit as
he's not on the wing. It's like I said, 4-2-2-2.
The positions he'd have to occupy. I think he's elite as a traditional 9 and nothing else.
Okay.
I don't think he's good at dropping in. I don't rate his link-up play that well. I think he's a good dribbler and a good number 9.
Alright, well, you just sound salty as fuck, dog. Like, was he linked to the Arsenal and he turned you down?
So was Ekatike, but I love him. I would listen to the whole attack around Ekatike.
Okay, but I'm just saying, Isaac, top player, bro. I just don't see why we couldn't get the most out of him. I think it's very doable that we play with both Ekatike and Isaac. We just got to get rid of Salah. 400,000 Great British pounds per week.
I mean, that's your opinion.
And he's doing... it's not my opinion that he's on 400,000 pounds a week. That's a fact.
No, I'm saying it's your opinion that the team would improve with Ekatike and Isak as opposed to Salah and Ekatike.
He's 34 years old.
I'm talking about at this moment. I think you'd have to get a new winger, but I don't think the dynamic would...
I really think...
with 2 number 9s...
The fullbacks provide enough width.
Yeah, that's also your opinion.
Wings,
it depends.
I think wings are overrated.
I don't rate what is it, Frimpong's creativity to the same degree as Robertson or Arnold, where I think he can cover up a winger's creativity.
Sure. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree. I don't think he needs to replicate their creativity. I think like Moneyball,
Yeah.
where they're like, well, we can't replace him, so we're gonna recreate him in the aggregate. So we can't replace Arnold's, passing, but we can, use some midfielders getting pushed up more, like Wirtz and Frimpong's crossing. That can make up the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think Wirtz would benefit from having one of Isak and Ekitike as opposed to both. That's just my opinion. Because, yeah, I think I think Isak is better when he's strict positionally, and so do I think Wirtz is. I think the free roaming player, which in my opinion any elite team usually has one, maybe two free roaming players, and I would say that should be Ekitike in my opinion.
Alright, anyway, moving on to the stats. They outshot us 15-11 with 4 on target to our 3 on target. So we were extremely clinical. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. And they were just not at the races. But yes, I'm looking at it in terms of expected goals. Marseille had 1 expected goals on the dot, and we had 1.63. So again, we really had our shooting boots on, and you could argue that we got lucky in this game, but I would argue that outshooting your XG is a sign of an elite team.
Depending.
We spoke about this last week about XG, right? XG, if you overperform your XG, that indicates that you're an elite finisher, or but if you as a team are constantly outperforming the XG, then you would assume that the team is clinical.
It depends on the level of chances created.
What does that mean?
Like, I don't think, like Aston Villa have, I think,
low XG.
At one point this season had the best overperformance of the XG ratio, but I don't think they're an elite team.
Well, they're 3rd in the Premier League. That's pretty elite.
I would say. But it depends how many teams you consider elite. I'd say only 5 or 4 teams in world football can be considered elite.
And who are those 5 teams?
Right now?
Yeah.
Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. The 4th one is probably Man City, but definitely not Aston Villa.
No PSG.
Oh, PSG, yeah. PSG, definitely. I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
I'm just wondering,
PSG would be 1, actually, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was waiting for you to say.
And even
PSG.
Inter Milan, actually.
I wouldn't say Inter.
But
I wouldn't say
you
Inter.
Have to respect their record over the season.
Sure. I wouldn't say Inter and I wouldn't say Bayern, but sure.
There's no way Aston Villa is better than Bayern. I played both of them.
I'd like to see that game. That's all I want to say. Yeah. Emery versus Company. I think that would be a good game.
Can't wait for him to finish 5th again.
So, okay, I don't know. There's so much hate in your heart, bro. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you. He left your club years ago.
And he tries to dig us at every opportunity.
No,
so.
You're supposed to be like magnanimous and be like, oh, he left, I'm on to better things.
You should be magnanimous about your club legend.
No, fuck him, man. Why should I?
Emery has done nothing for Arsenal.
He set you up to win an FA Cup.
No, he didn't.
Okay,
he set us up for the years and
response.
Years of. He set us up for the years and years of failure. Arteta had to work through.
All right.
He assembled the worst
But anyway,
Arsenal
let's get back to this
time.
Marseille vs Liverpool game.
And he worked with Edu.
I want to put a bow on this and say that Marseille were poor, we were clinical. I don't think we should take any lessons from this, big lessons from this match, because it's not very representative of regular football. Teams aren't going to be this open against us usually, so we shouldn't expect it in the future. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Marseille vs Liverpool and wrap it up?
I think it was just a gap in quality. I think even if Marseille had put in a better tactical display, I think the technical level was just probably too much for them on the day to overcome.
Alright, so we're done with our 2 spotlight games. Now we're just moving on to miscellaneous kind of stories we just want to talk about. Just hot, quick news. So quick, so hot. So hot. I'm burning. Okay. So the first thing I want to say is Bodo Glimt versus Man City. I was out, and when I came home and put it on, it was already 3-1 to Bodo Glimt.
Oh, I actually watched this game.
So I have no... and City had already a red card when I watched it. So I watched like a very boring, cagey 20 minutes, essentially.
I mean, it was a decent game. I think Bodo played... Like, they didn't play well, but...
City were worse.
City's like weaknesses are glaring. That's why I said from the longest time I think Arsenal would win the Premier League comfortably, because there's no team that can defend, and I think it was just like a physical thing, like more physicality. Man City couldn't keep the ball down for very long, and they made a lot of errors, and generally with them, if they make errors, they don't have the physical level to make up for those errors as quickly as before. I think Rodri, out of possession, hasn't found his best level yet, and even in possession, a lot of his passing is still erratic. So I think he's probably the best midfielder in the world when he reaches full form. But right now, I think maybe Nico Gonzalez has to come back for a little while into the team.
Okay, I don't know why Nico Gonzalez isn't playing. I think he might be injured.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I know we're supposed to be a professional show. Yeah, we should.
Well, but even Rico Lewis is a holding midfielder, I think, right now, because he played him as a number 8, and I think
not Rico Lewis, man. That guy sucks.
I don't hate Rico Lewis. I
don't hate him. I just think he's not good.
But they have no control right now. So who's the like?
Nico O'Reilly
as a number 6.
Yes, they played him last week in the the Carabao Cup. He played as a 6 against Newcastle.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's an option.
He looked better than Rico Lewis, I'll say that.
But Rico Lewis has had some of his best games in the 6. I think you can't judge Rico Lewis in the last 1 or 2 years, because Pep's kind of thrown him anywhere. He's played him at wing, he's played him in midfield, he's played him in defense.
Alright. The next thing I want to say is Liam Rosenior had an incredible quote this week. Have you heard this?
No.
Alright. Quote, "Am I a manager or a coach? I'm both. Coaching is educating. Coaching is wanting to improve players on a technical and tactical level. Management is making sure you have a strong culture. In English, manage. If you split the 2 words, is man and age. So you're aging men." Any thoughts about that?
Damn. What does... I'm sure there's a character I'm thinking of, a movie character.
Yeah.
That always gives this sort of advice. I think you'd know better than me.
I don't know. It feels very like Michael Scott from The Office.
Okay, I haven't watched The Office.
Okay, well, he says very silly things and gives very silly advice. So... this sounds like that. A lot of people have taken to calling him LinkedIn Liam.
Oh, okay, no.
Because, I don't know, do you go on LinkedIn often?
No.
Okay, LinkedIn has a lot of lunatics about people who are like very obsessed with their job.
Yeah.
Most people like have a job because that's like it pays the bills, and you know their hobbies are elsewhere. Then you have people who are like obsessed with their job and kind of, I don't know, weird about it. So Liam Rosenior seems to be one of the LinkedIn lunatics. And
I mean, it's just incredible. Like I know a novice manager getting a job in general is a strange thing, and it kind of worked out for Arsenal, but a novice manager that has absolutely no connection to Chelsea outside of working for their feeder club getting the job is crazy.
It is crazy. Apparently, he was born and grew up down the road from Stamford Bridge, but he's a Man United fan. So he's a glory hunter.
I remember seeing his dad on Fan Zone.
Yes. Yes, I
some
think
of the most rubbish takes.
Yes, most people I assume would be more familiar with his father than with him.
but at the same time, not everyone is like their parents. So, I mean, I hope he succeeds in terms of.
I don't. Fuck Chelsea.
No, yeah, fuck Chelsea, but I would like to see a person of color succeed in a managerial role
Fair enough.
in the Premier League. So I wouldn't mind him succeeding. It would mean something to me on that level. But as far as the logistics of that move, I don't understand what Chelsea were doing, because I think they got rid of a coach that had elite potential in my eyes. And I think he ends up at Man City, and they could have just made Man City better. Maybe, if Pep leaves.
Okay. So, that's it for my agenda for today. Do you have any topics you want to bring up? Anything that came across your desk this week in the football world?
Nothing like too untoward, I think.
Well, we can just check the UCL results if you want to just go through those quickly. Do some like quick hits. Quick. So quick. Okay. So, first of all, we have Kairat 1, Club Brugge 4. I've never heard of the club Kairat in my life.
Me neither. Well, until this season.
No, me until this very moment reading this.
I mean...
I don't even see them in the,
Have you guys played them? That would be funny. If
no.
you guys...
I doubt that we've played them, but yeah. Bodo Glimt 3, Man City 1, we spoke about that. Villarreal 1, Ajax 2. Your precious La Liga getting cooked again. Interesting.
As long as we have the winner, it will not matter.
Alright.
Well, I want Arsenal to win the championship.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Well, I mean...
listeners...
I wouldn't mind, like, if we lost to Pedri, I'd be fine with that.
Darren loves La Liga. He claims to be an Arsenal fan, but he's really a La Liga fan. Anyway, Spurs 2, Dortmund 0. Any thoughts?
I mean...
Keeps Frank in the job.
That's good news for everyone else.
I didn't watch the game, but this did happen. Dortmund got a red card. That's why Spurs were all over
momentum.
them. Yeah, I don't know how true that is, because maybe like the red card came in the 90th minute. I don't know.
I was actually really worried when they got Frank, though. I thought Tottenham would be competitive again. So
Olympiacos 2, Leverkusen 0.
Yeah, I mean,
most of their best players just went away, so
it's a tough time for them. Yeah,
can't expect great things from Leverkusen. Sporting 2, PSG 1.
That's the shock of the weekend, I guess, or the week. The shock of the weekday.
It's just the malaise of PSG. They're not in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, they were worse off last season, so I guess we could say we've seen this before. That would mean that where were they last season? I think they were 26th going into the final match day. Yeah. So
they're better off.
Whoever's 26 now can feel good about themselves. Who is 26th?
Inter versus Arsenal. Spoke about that. Real Madrid 6, Monaco 1. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was a dominant performance from Madrid on the score sheet, but they conceded a lot of chances. In a weird way, it was a throwback. They completely what do they say? Let the brake go, or
let the brake go.
Took their foot off
They took their foot off the gas.
Took their foot off the gas, or put their foot on the gas, or something like that. No.
Put your foot on the gas is not a phrase.
They say take off something. Take off the safety wheels. No, I'm getting it confused.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dog.
Damn. There's a saying, and I'm going to remember it at some point. But yeah, I feel like... the shackles. It seemed like that...
they broke their shackles.
Arbeloa took the shackles off, at least. But I think that's the history of Real Madrid. It works for them, and I don't think it's always a good idea when clubs follow that model, because it doesn't tend to work for other clubs as well.
They don't have the money.
Yeah, and they don't have... I mean, is there another club that plays that way that has consistently been elite? in the modern era. I don't.
Perhaps Chelsea.
But Chelsea, their win under Tuchel, the Champions League win, was very structured. Their league wins are generally very positional, even if defensive. So
Alright.
I wouldn't say Chelsea's success has come from fluid football.
Copenhagen won, Napoli won.
Antonio Conte sucks in the Champions League, man. What can I say?
Galatasaray won, Atletico Madrid won.
That was actually probably, if I had any point to bring up in the section, that would have been it. Like, I can't fully understand how he's been probably the second greatest league manager to Pep Guardiola, but he hasn't been able to translate that into Champions League. It's especially with someone like Inzaghi showing that you can compete with a back three. So, and Thomas Tuchel. So him probably being like the point of reference. They're both of those coaches' biggest point of reference. It's strange that he hasn't found success that way himself.
Karabag 3, Eintracht Frankfurt 2.
They should get Glasner back, man.
Alright, well, we're playing Karabag next week, so I'm going to get a proper eyeful of them next week. Have not seen them
We're
play.
playing Kairat next week, so I'll let you know how that goes.
Marseille 0, Liverpool 3, we spoke about. Newcastle 3, PSV 0. I'd like to say we saw the highlights of that. Johan Wissa goal.
Johan Wissa pressing
well.
assist.
Yes. He's a top player. We spoke about this in the other game, in the other podcast that we did about Wissa.
I mean, Man United would have been better off going for him and Mbeumo, keep the partnership going. But
the thing is, he's like 29.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can't buy a 29-year-old.
Was he expensive?
He was like 50 million.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was like maybe 10 or 15.
The only reason
I wouldn't even pay 20 million for Wissa.
The thing is, everyone was rejecting Newcastle. Ekatike rejected them. I think who else was on the... Sesko rejected them. Mbeumo rejected them, I'm pretty sure. But yes, they were linked with a bunch of people and got rejected, so yeah. Anything else? Slavia Praha 2, Barcelona 4.
I didn't watch this game, unfortunately, because I was with you and I fell asleep.
Yes. But I did go home and watch the highlights. Excellent.
The highlights.
Two excellent goals from Fermin Lopez.
Yeah, Fermin Lopez, I think he's one of the best young players in the world.
Juventus 2, Benfica 0.
Long live Luciano Spalletti.
Chelsea 1, Paphos 0. Another club I've never heard of in my life. Paphos.
Chelsea.
Paphos.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about them because I believe they had a surprise victory at one of the earlier stages. I forgot who it was against, but I think they beat someone big.
Bayern 2, Union Saint-Gilloise 0.
I mean, Bayern are looking decent this season. We'll see how far they go.
Bayern are fucking crap, man. Don't give me this shit. I hope we meet them. But Slot is going to show company levels. Slot isn't even that good.
You can't always reduce a campaign to 2 games.
I'm just saying, Bayern are not that good.
Anyone can lose 2 games.
Anyone can go bully the Bundesliga, but when you play against the actual big teams, you lose, and then you say, "Oh, but we won the league." Fuck the league, man.
No, what do you mean?
It's like PSG flexing their league. You know what I'm saying?
No, but sometimes it doesn't go your way.
That's a disgrace. If you spending 10 times what the second best team are spending and you lose, you're a disgrace. Bayern are a disgrace.
Okay, but they're still a good team.
Sure, but I hope we get them. That's all I hope. Anyway, Atalanta 2, Athletic Club 3.
You guys beating them wouldn't make them a non-elite team because you guys are also an elite team.
No, we're not.
You guys are just out of form.
We drew with Burnley this weekend.
You guys are out of form.
We drew with Burnley. We drew with... Let me tell you something.
Chelsea elite?
Let me remind you of something. We have not beaten a promoted team at home this season. And we've played all 3 promoted teams.
It's one of those seasons. It doesn't, like, if you win the Champions League...
Is that an elite team to you?
Didn't Real Madrid finish 4th in the first season of their three-peat? Is that not an elite team?
Yeah, but we're not going to finish fourth. We in the free fall.
You keep shifting the goalposts to say you guys still have the potential to win the Champions League. You guys have drawn twice against us, and we've arguably been the best. I mean, you beat us once and drew once.
You know why? Because not Arsenal. Arteta is a coward.
That's what you believe.
Why doesn't Arteta come out and attack? If he came out and attacked us...
not everyone has your footballing philosophy.
If Arteta came out and, gave us his all, he would have beaten us 3-0.
No.
I believe, really. At the game at the Emirates, at least. Definitely. And they definitely showed too much respect at Anfield as well.
No. I think you're underrating Liverpool and overrating everyone else.
No, because I've seen, when a team doesn't fear us, when a team really gets at us, we crumble.
We don't fear you guys. We haven't lost to you guys for a long time. It's just been a lot of draws.
What do you mean? We beat you this season.
Oh, yeah, okay. But, I mean, we've lost, We've lost 1 in 5 or 6, I think.
A loss is a loss, fam.
But I'm saying it doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that we're not an elite team or you guys are not an elite team.
You said the elite teams, there's only 5, and you didn't mention Liverpool when you mentioned those 5, so I'll leave that to you.
At this exact moment, but you guys are still an elite team.
You said there's only 4 or 5 elite teams.
Yeah, in terms of consistency this season, there's been 4 or 5 elite teams, but in terms of who can be elite on their day, you guys are one of those teams. There's absolutely, and Aston Villa are not.
Damn.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think Aston Villa are better than us, and the table shows that. But thank you for listening.
I think Aston Villa can't beat PSG or Real Madrid or Aston Villa.
I swore Aston Villa beat PSG last season in the Champions League.
I think in the group stage, the same stage that we beat them at.
I'm
talking about 2-leg knockout games.
They did play them over 2 legs and they got knocked out, unfortunately. But they gave them a good game, damn it. They gave them a good game.
So did you guys and so did we.
So, yeah.
Everyone gave them a good game.
You telling me, you mentioned...
Inter Milan gave them a good game in the final.
It's not that funny. So if we're an elite team and you're an elite team and we both gave PSG a good game and Aston Villa gave them a good game, what does that make Aston Villa? Anyway, I think we're just moving in circles here. Thank you for listening.
It's not elite.
Thank you for listening.
At Arsenal, you would have had the same criticisms of him that you have of Arteta because he plays worse football. He's even more cowardly.
Emery had a much worse team than Arteta.
That he assembled.
How did it? He had 1 or 2 years.
And he signed Nicolas Pepe for 78 million.
He just never got a chance. He never got a chance. When did he ever play Pepe? I thought Pepe was very unfortunate. He never got a run out in the team.
No, but...
And by the way, okay, you shouldn't have bought him in the first place because the majority of his goals were from penalties. And he wasn't going to take penalties when he came to Arsenal. That's one thing. And Pepe...
No, yeah.
When you signed him, he had a very good goal record. I believe he scored something like 16 goals, and 10 of them were from penalties.
Yeah.
So that should have been your a big warning sign. And the same thing has happened with Gyökeres, I believe. Gyökeres, scored a lot of goals, a lot of penalties as well. And
not as many though. I think it was 11.
Nevertheless, I think
But I didn't agree with his signing, and I don't think he was first or second choice. So.
I believe Gyökeres and Pepe are very, very comparable signings. But you blame Emery for Pepe, but you won't blame Arteta for Gyökeres.
Emery never had us competing at any level, but
he didn't win any trophies.
No.
Emery, a FA Cup.
Nothing.
Are you sure?
At Arsenal, nothing.
Damn. And Arteta won the FA Cup, but you refuse to give Emery any credit.
I do. I refuse to give him any credit.
Alright. I think we're done here. Thank you for listening. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, give a like, etc.
What else? The same stuff. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah, and any comments, how can we make this better? Do you like our just bickering, or should we keep it a lot more focused, Bye.